So Headcase is a business that was started by Lana Tedler and some other students at Whitman. Their idea was to make helmets that could be customized for individuality, and also for technology such as Bluetooth speakers. Essential issue is that they had to figure out whether or not they wanted to start up the business. Most of the starters found good paying jobs, and they were hesitant about starting up. Some strengths of Headcase is the customization. Parents like the safety features that could be added to their kids' helmets. Younger people love the ability to use the helmets for fashion, and same with the ability to have the latest technology in the helmets. Another strength was the safety features. The wireless impact guardian was going to be included in every helmet. WIG works by using a sensor that senses a crash, and based on the impact, a medical response team would be alerted to the location of the crash. This would be effective in saving lives. Headcase also has interested buyers. A ski resort in Colorado wants to buy Headcase helmets for all of their employees. This would provide Headcase with a solid customer foundation. Headcase also has interested collaborators such as WIG. Spencer, the owner of WIG Technology, has agreed to only work with Headcase if the company was started. Some weaknesses: the founders are fresh out of college, so they have no experience in starting a business. They also don't have any experience in manufacturing. How are they going to produce all of these individualized helmets without any knowledge on how manufacturing works? Also, I feel that the business wasn't well planned yet. They haven't completely formalized the relationship with WIG, and they have no startup money set aside or raised. Price is also a problem. With all the safety features and customization, the helmets will be more expensive than the competitors' helmets. Opportunities: ski resorts are interested in buying. Again, the Colorado resort wants to buy helmets for all of their employees. Increased safety measures like WIG, and younger users are becoming more accepting of helmets. The nerd stigma is going away. Also, many resorts, like some in Quebec, are requiring everyone to wear a helmet. And then finally, that they can easily make a transition into selling like bike helmets or like snowboarding helmets. And then finally, for threats, competitors are a big threat. Evo and Rosginol are major established ski helmet sellers, and also stickers are often used by skiers to make their helmets more unique, and that would make Headcase's customization features obsolete. Also, helmets typically last for years at a time, and people don't really need more than one helmet.
For our strategic alternatives, we decided on two strategies. Strategy 1, we said that Headcase could walk away from the business. Pros of this would be that they would save money and they wouldn't have to encounter any of the risks that they have. Also, they can focus on the jobs that they got and the opportunities that are more stable. As for cons, they're missing out on prime timing and a really potentially successful business. Also, the months of capstone work would go to waste. Strategy 2 would be to start the business. Pros of this is that their capstone project would come to life and all their work would be manifested into something. Also, they could potentially be very successful and have an exciting career as entrepreneurs, as they have a very niche product. Cons is that they have very high startup costs, and there are lots of risks associated with the logistics of their business, such as how they're going to make the helmets and customize them. For our recommended strategy, we decided that Headcase should take the risk and start the business. However, they need to focus on developing their platform online, finalizing the logistics of such as their physical warehouse space, and also formalizing and capitalizing on their relationships and partnerships, such as with the resort and with the safety technology partner. For the action plan, we are saying for the short term, they need to develop their website. So one idea that we came up with was that they could reach out to SU students seeking experience, such as from the iSchool, Newhouse, even Whitman, to keep costs low. Potentially, the students could develop a really good website, one that allows users to customize a helmet and be able to be in line with their vision without being too pricey. Secondly, they need to find a way to raise funds. So one of their strengths is that they have a really good business plan that they wrote out as their capstone. We suggest that they send this plan to investors, like angel investors potentially could help them, would be a very big help. They could also go to crowdfunding and maybe even pitch their business to an incubator or an accelerator. And finally, they can also participate in more contests since they've already won one before. For the long term, they need to formalize their contract with the WIG technology owner so that they can have that available to the Headcase customers. They need to formalize their partnership with Colorado Vail Resort because the resort already expressed interest in being their first customer, and that would help them really boost their sales and really get off the ground. They need to find a warehouse. We said that having their own warehouse space would probably be best in the long term. They should also find a limit on the amount of customizations. Even though ideally it would be nice to have an infinite amount, they really need to initially just limit the amount so that they can reduce costs and be consistent with what they're providing. Finally, we suggest that they do a product pre-sale so they could create a prototype with main features such as the safety, maybe Bluetooth, and then a specific design or two. And then this prototype could be sold before it's made. That way they can figure out the demand for this, how many people want to really buy it, and then also make initial funds that will help them get off the ground.